Hello, my amazing artists. Today we are going to be completing this amazing caterpillar on a leaf. So let's start off by getting out our art supplies. Also, let's go ahead and get out what we finished last week. So you should have a green leaf all ready to go, and you should have a bunch of thin rectangular pieces of yellow paper. So get out those supplies. Don't forget that if you need extra time, ask your teacher to please pause the video. But for now, let's begin. The first thing I'm going to want you to do is grab one of those rectangular yellow sheets of paper and a glue stick. You can also use regular white glue. They both work just fine. But I'm going to use this glue stick and I'm going to apply a bit of glue to one of the ends. Excellent. So just enough, not a whole lot. And then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to roll the yellow paper into a circle. And you're going to hold it for 10 whole seconds. So you can see I'm holding it nice and firm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I've held it for 10 seconds. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to glue on some googly eyes. Now, glue stick doesn't work as good as regular glue. So if you remember from last rotation, I told you I was going to be using two types of glue. So for googly eyes, if you have them, I'd like you to just put a little dot of glue, just a little tiny dot. Very carefully place your googly eye on top of your glue dot and hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, I know what you're wondering. You're wondering, hey, Mr. Guerra, what if I don't have any googly eyes? Well, the answer to that is simple. I'd like you to get out a marker. Markers work best, or maybe a black marker, and you can draw your own eyes on your caterpillar's head. You have to be very careful, but you can draw those eyes right on, and if you want, you can even draw a little smiley face or a frowny face if your caterpillar's grumpy. But if you don't have googly eyes, go ahead and use a marker. A pen will work as well, even a pencil, and draw some eyes and a face on one side of this roll. Now, I'm done with the roll, so I'm going to set it aside. And the next thing that I'd like to get out is a pipe cleaner. Now we're going to cut off just a section of this pipe cleaner, and it's about as long as my pinky, so I'm going to get out my scissors and very carefully cut the pipe cleaner like so. And psh, there it is. Now, oops, I knocked over my glue. The next thing that I want you to do is I want you to take that section of pipe cleaner and I want you to bend it in a letter V or a letter U, however you see it. So now I've got this letter V or letter U, and what I'm going to do is get out my Scotch tape. So you get out some Scotch tape, yeah, rip a little piece off, and you're going to tape your V-shaped pipe cleaner onto the back of your caterpillar's head. So look at how carefully I place. I don't have a huge piece of tape, it's just a small little piece of tape, and very carefully, without touching the googly eyes that I glued, I'm going to tape the pipe cleaner on the back of the caterpillar, making sure to get in between my letter V and on the sides to hold it in place nice and firm. And the head of my caterpillar is done. What I need to do next is going to be very important because the name of the game when it comes to this art project is going to be patience. Just like you counted to 10 to glue on your caterpillar's eyes and you counted to 10 to glue your yellow rectangle into a loop, now you're going to apply some glue, and for this part I recommend the white glue, but if all you have is the glue stick, that's totally cool with me. I'm going to apply it to the bottom of my caterpillar, and I'm going to glue the head down somewhere up close to the pointy side of my leaf. And as you may have guessed, I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, if it doesn't really stick on really good, you want to just glue it again. Make sure that you're holding it, you're not moving anything around, you're holding it still, you're holding it firm, and your caterpillar's head will be glued down really well. Okay, so your next steps are really easy because you just did it. You're going to grab your other pieces of rectangular yellow paper, you're going to roll them up, you're going to glue them, and then you're going to glue those down each and every single time, counting to 10, being very, very patient. Patience is important, especially when it comes to glue. because if you're not patient, or if you do a fast count, if you hold it down and you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the glue is probably not going to have the time to hold, and your caterpillar body will kind of fall off because it's not properly glued onto the leaf. So every single time I want you to add an additional link onto your caterpillar, and I want you to every single time count to 10. Hold it down firm, hold it down still. That is probably going to be the most important part of this process. And keep going until your caterpillar has filled up the space on the leaf. I think last time I had 8 yellow rectangles. That's probably 1 or 2 rectangles too many, so I will have scrap left over. Now another cool tip that I want you to consider doing is, if you're looking super duper close at my caterpillar body, I'm slowly turning how the roll faces. So it's going to make the caterpillar look like it's been moving and inching in a curved path. I didn't do a straight line caterpillar body. My caterpillar body is kind of turned and curved. And I think that that turned and curved effect on the leaf makes the caterpillar look a little bit more interesting than if it were just inching along in a straight line. But if you feel more comfortable doing a straight line, that's fine with me too. Alright, it looks like I have one last strip to apply, so again, I'm gluing it on, I'm holding it down, and I'm going to go ahead and apply some glue and put on this last part. Now in case you missed it, this video is going in double speed, so I'm going a little fast in the video. I don't want you to go this fast. Take your time, take the time that you need to do the best job possible. So, as you're gluing things down, make sure that it's holding, it's steady. Make sure that when you're done, you put the glue cap back on your glue stick, and that you twist the tip of your white glue all the way down so that it doesn't get all dried out. And look, my caterpillar is glued onto my leaf, and it looks great. Now here's one last cool tip. Did you know that caterpillars like to eat leaves? Well, they do, and we can make it look like that by getting out a hole punch and punching some circles randomly all along the area where your caterpillar's head is. This is going to make it look like your caterpillar has been munching on your leaf, and I think that's a really super cool effect. It looks awesome. Now if you don't have a hole punch, that's totally okay. You can either leave your leaf just completely full and without any holes in it, or if you have a black marker, you can just draw little holes on your leaf and you can have a similar effect. Once you've done that, you are done, and you can see my hand through the holes. Oh my goodness, I love that little detail. Don't forget to take a picture, upload it to Seesaw, and I'll see you next time.